Hello guys, today we are walking around IKEA so you don't have to, and we are on the search for the best of their fall and Halloween, and we found quite a bit, starting with these onesie oven mitts. Oh, it's a mitt and interesting, but it is like fallish colors. I actually thought this was quite practical and pretty neat. You only have to keep up with one long oven mitt instead of two, and I've never seen anything like this before. Have you? These would be good if you're doing like a, I don't know, old-fashioned country fall. These are actually dish rags, but I'm sure you could use them as napkins if you wanted to because of the design, if you're doing like a farm fresh market, picnic, or even an apple type of theme. Now we're cooking with grease. We have finally found the true fall decor, and it looks pretty good so far. This glass pumpkin was quite expensive at about $15. A warm and spicy feel into pumpkin and pies. But this gold apple right here is a candle, and I would pay $8 for that. It smelled absolutely delicious, but I probably wouldn't pay that price for the glass pumpkin. Get it from Hobby Lobby for cheaper. We just finished up browsing over the other little cups, bowls, and trinkets on the table. Looked at this foliage up here. We're actually going to get a closer look at this and some of the other foliage items closer towards the end of the video. So just stick with me if you want to see that so you can see the quality and pricing. What are these? Well, these are actually trivets, which makes sense because it reminded me of the owls on the stove. The coloring and material seems like it would go well with a rustic type of fall decor. So if you have that kind of fall theme, you might want to pick these up. My spidey senses were going off, and I was exploring every single corner of IKEA that I possibly could with anything that remotely looked fall. We found these little plastic amber colored cups with these deep green handles. Very cute and affordable and kid friendly for those with little ones.
A little lot turn out, which is
Just kidding, this display was actually quite cute. It was giving arts and crafts time with your kids. They had all kinds of knickknacks, even some food items. I love this little glass cloche with these little mini pumpkins in here. Everything at IKEA as far as the Halloween decor is very simplistic looking, and it definitely looks like it's made for kids, or even like a kid's party. I would say that if you have a very defined and refined decorative palette, that these types of items won't work for your decor. But if you have a very simple decorating style with neutral colors, blacks and whites, you could definitely incorporate these pieces into your decor. Is this a light? LED hanging decoration? Yeah, basically. That's cute. Loving all the lights and the lantern theme, which is very fitting for IKEA since Sweden has some upcoming celebrations with lots of lights and lanterns as we head into the Burr months. Oh, this was nice. It wasn't mind-blowing, but I think we were just happy to find any little inkling of Halloween decor as we were browsing the store. I hope you guys are enjoying the adventurous feel of this video because walking through IKEA is definitely an adventure. It is a whole trek to get through all the displays in this gigantic store. But here we are just looking at some of the pillow covers here. Very cutesy, once again, very kid-coded and affordable. And I think that the pillow covers are nice if you want to incorporate some festive touches without spending a whole bunch of money and taking up a whole bunch of space with extra pillows that you probably don't need if you're anything like me. So we have this little spider and ghost reversible pillow, the Sherpa jack-o'-lantern cover right here. And then I'm sure you saw the table decor sets with the bat, cat, and ghost, as well as the LED pumpkin lamp that also comes in a ghost form as well, which I thought was really, really cute. Look at these. These are cute. We're doing like a fun kid, youngie, a fun, a fun young kid room, teen room. And this one is so cute. Do they have a, no, they don't have this one displayed. Oh, they do. I'm just blind. Oh, they have them all displayed. Okay. Oh, it has a tail hang. Oh, that's what that meant. Can't really see it good, but. Okay. Well, that's all we're gonna. So we have this one, which is like, is it supposed to be Halloween? I guess so. Well, the only one that really looks like it, I guess, is this one. I don't think it's necessarily supposed to be Halloween, but it looks like it. The last thing I want to note before leaving the pillow section is that these are pillow covers. So if you don't actually have the removable pillow already, the pillow that was in the ghost spider pillow that we looked at first was extremely comfortable. It was like a down feather material inside. So if you don't have them already, I would consider IKEA for those. I saw some as low as about $12, so they're very affordable. Like that. I don't know why these curtains looked incredibly long. I felt like I was in a giant's world when I was standing next to them, but they have them in two sizes. They obviously use the longer size here, as well as staged them to appear even longer. But I really like these plaid curtains right here. The coloring on them is warm enough to bring in the coziness of fall, but not too dark that it's gonna make your room feel closed in. And they're also blackout, which is great for me because I live in a really hot, bright climate. When you look at these pillows, you might not think of fall, but I love the organic, nature-like feel of these pillows. You can pretty much decorate with any color palette, any time of the year, if done right. My daughter uses a lot of the lighter jewel tones all year round, so this set would work well for her. IKEA had this little section of waffle blankets. Of course, they're great for layering, especially if you live in colder climates, or you could just use them decoratively or as a little cover-up. I don't think I've seen a bigger selection of woven baskets and bins in my life, but as you can see, IKEA has a basket or bin in every variety, so if you're on the hunt, I would definitely take a look here. It looks like they have some that are pretty good prices. I'm not gonna lie, a few of them were a little flimsy, so I can understand why they were priced cheaper, and some of them I feel like were maybe overpriced. These right here are very cute. Once again, these go with like my daughter's color palette, but I wouldn't pay the $30 that they're asking for, not even for the two of them. However, this large basket down and to the right was 35 bucks, and I would pay 35 bucks for that. So I guess you kind of have to just look through them and pick and choose. I know that woven materials are very popular right now, and they can be a little bit pricey. It seems like people are willing to pay for them. So if that is your thing, like I said, I definitely check IKEA's woven basket section out. This cushion right here was so soft, and I mean so soft, and I love the green coloring as well, but it was for pets. So if you're looking for a new bed for your pet, maybe check that out. Here's something that really got my attention. You guys know I love a good foliage section, and these trees were beautiful, the both of them. One of them looks like it could be like a transition piece, and then this one right here definitely screams fall. I love the leaves on it. It looks fairly realistic to me. I mean, how real can you get with a faux tree? But it looks good to me, and I love the branches on it as well. The pricing was, let's see, $70. I think that's pretty fair for a faux tree. And I've seen some way more expensive than that. So, hey, that's a pretty good deal. This little reversible ghosty fringe blanket kept popping up, so I thought I'd just go ahead and give you that information real quick. It's quite cute and only $13. There's also some stackable pumpkin tins right there and a couple of other things, as well as a quick glimpse at some of the fall that we will see later on in our trip. Here's a closer look at those pumpkin tins with lids. The set of 3 is only $13, and that little bat right there is actually a jar. These are so much fun, especially if you have kids, no matter what decorating style you have. These candles attracted us from so far away. The scent just filled the area, and they are not a typical fall scent. I describe it as like a sweet grapefruit or fruity scent, but the ghost design on them is very popular this year. I've seen it at a couple of places. The scent was so strong that I thought it could not be the candles creating that aroma alone, so I kept on smelling these little bags right here, but these are just hanging decorative spider decor. They are cute though, and about $5, I believe, if you don't feel like doing arts and crafts, but I did not even take note of the plates, the dishware that was right next to it with that like lacy look. That is absolutely adorable, and it looks like they're pretty inexpensive as well. I was absolutely intrigued by these glass gourds right here. I am trying to incorporate more glass decor into my styling because I think it just looks classy and sophisticated. I believe it said the price was like $13 right there, and it's a little high, but I don't think I'd find something like that at many other places, so I may pay it. If you guys have seen anything like that before and it's cheaper, please let me know. We've already established that we've seen the glass pumpkins cheaper at Hobby Lobby. Okay, I don't believe we've seen this wreath yet, and it's definitely up my alley with the colors. And then we have this one right here, which is more of the traditional colors. The leaves are a little bit shiny, especially the burgundy colored one. And I think that the more dry and matte appearing they are, the more realistic they look. But they are very full, and from far away, you can't even tell. And for only $13 and $15, that's a steal. All the little trinkets displayed up here just look so pretty and interesting. These mushrooms actually come in a set of 3. I don't know where the other ones were, but they've got a shiny appearance to them, so it has a glammy woodland feel. Also loving all the ribbed candles. This mug right here is probably one of my favorite finds. It's dainty, but it's tempered glass, so it felt extremely durable. praise IKEA again for how well they do their displays. They have this blanket set up on a wood chair so that you can kind of see how different textures and patterns create interest already. You could pair this with a leather sofa or even a blanket ladder for a similar effect. This blanket is comparable to blankets at places like Target for only a fraction of the price, but leans more into the traditional fall color palette. I was very impressed with these eucalyptus leaves and how realistic they looked. They had a very dried down appearance, and I'm loving the moody colors for fall. Additionally, they were very inexpensive, so I think IKEA is doing a great job with providing budget-friendly florals and foliage. I was trying to get this garland up off of the table so I could show you guys what it looked like more close up, but I could not get it off and I didn't want to tear their display up. This is not the price right here, but I can tell you, you won't be disappointed with the actual price. Was anybody aware of the variety of ceramic vases that IKEA has to offer? Because I wasn't, and I did not realize they had so many different textures, shapes, finishes, and I think that they were priced. I wouldn't say it was necessarily a deal for all of them. Some of them I would say that they were definitely a deal, but I would say that they're fairly priced. These vases over here with these deep grays, gray blues, and gray greens, and this milky finish were my favorite vases of all. I love the designs on them, especially the one over there with like that twisty design. We'll get to it in a second, but first we have to stop and look at these tithes and offering trays again. They are beautiful, guys. I just, for some reason, cannot get past it. But here we are. These are my two most favorite vases for 20 and 25 bucks. Not bad at all. I feel like if I were to see these vases at Target, especially this one, I'd pay like 35 to 40 bucks. That's just absolutely beautiful. Here's the gigantic golden yellow wreath we saw when we first started our IKEA trip, and I believe it's 29 inches. I keep talking about leaves being realistic, but you guys go look at a real leaf and then come back and compare it with this one and tell me what you think, because I think it looks pretty good. Only $25, that's crazy. And then here are those garlands. They are actually $20, but guys, they are almost 13 feet long. Can you believe that? And I think that these leaves look fantastic. Of course, they're not going to look like extremely real, but like I said, if you're decorating something that's going to be seen from far away, you cannot even tell. And I think that even if you're looking at them close up, they don't look half bad. Lastly, on this part of the trip, we found some dried out, colored, and finished twigs, and this is perfect because I needed this for my theme this year, so I was so happy to have found this. Perfect. I was looking for something like this. now coming to the end of our IKEA trip, and even on the way out, we were still finding little things here and there. We found this cute little spider candle. Smells pretty good. Thank you guys for coming along with us. I hope you found this trip useful. I do have some more fall content coming out. I have one more shopping trip that I'd like to get out before I do my first decorating video. A few of you have been asking about that, and I can't wait for you to come back and hang out with me again. So, see you guys next time.
To do something.